Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Monday afternoon, a bit unusual for me for a city walk, but I was busy this weekend and wanted to get out. And I'm on the east of Leeds, in an area I've walked before, but it's really changing quite dramatically. So I just wanted to film a few things. This whole area to my left, you can actually see the old railway of the ammunition factory. This was, I think, the railway yards here of the ammunition factory from World War I at Barnbow. This was always a field, and then the main bulk of the factory was down in the valley there and across where those trees are. There's some workings in that field opposite, but they're building a new railway station over there. So this road was actually built on part of the ammunition factory. They got special permission. As they do, to destroy a protected archaeological site. I prefer Sunday mornings for these walks because there just aren't the people around. But this munitions site, I keep meaning to make a video about it, just sort of touch on it today. But it went from where I've shown you down in the valley there and across to the trees there and all the way up to the railway. It actually even then went over to here. I think this farm was requisitioned for the purposes of it. I think this is a listed building, this farm, but it definitely looks like it's going to be gone, doesn't it, sometime soon. And all this land here has also been earmarked for housing. So yeah, an area that's changing rapidly. So I thought I'd come and record it as of this day in November 2025. This was actually just a little single track lane up to about 15 years ago. It was just ended at a farm. You could actually get through on footpaths to Garforth and Scholes and Barwick, which you can still do. I think there used to be a foot crossing over there. I'm not sure if there was a house that's been demolished. But yeah, I don't think that farm's going to be here for too much longer. The reason I enjoy the walks on a Sunday, really, just because it's quiet. It's a bit manic through the week, isn't it? There's people everywhere. I think there used to be like a White House here, and a foot crossing. But it seem to have closed it now that you can cross at the road bridge. I think that must have been Manston Lane there, that ran down, didn't it, before the road was built. And then on the left here, which we're probably going to walk all the way around, was the Barnbow Tank Factory. So there was the Barnbow ammunition factory from World War One, and then this was a later edition. This was the Barnbow Tank Factory, which pretty much started about here. Most of it is now, with the end of the Cold War, we stopped building tanks, didn't we? But these are the gates from it, and this is pretty much as much as is left of the site down this end. You'll see as we go further up that it's been built on this fence is still there. Yeah, the fence, the gates at the far end, and a blue plaque on a sentry box are all that remain. Remember, there's a club further up that still remains. It was like the Barnbow Social Club. I remember coming as a youngster, probably in the 1960s. One of my aunties had a silver wedding anniversary there, and I remember going outside and playing on the big ramps that they built to drive the tanks up. And if you went on the train from Leeds towards York, you could see the tanks being driven around the grounds. And this is now all that's left of the tank factory. Massive housing estate. But as my recollection from the 1960s, it was that the club car park just opened onto the testing grounds for the tanks. Which was pretty cool. I think that wall there must be part of the Barnbow. Still got a little bit of the old chain link fencing on it, hasn't it? And there used to be pedestrian gates all the way along here. You do get some strange looks walking around talking into a GoPro. You don't in Leeds. I'm guessing you don't in Manchester and London, places like that. But as soon as you seem to head away from these places, you get lots of "what you doing" kind of looks. Should carry a placard, shouldn't I am trying to create a historical record of Leeds as it is today. Big industrial estate on the right there. Bits of it have been demolished years ago. There used to be a big company, can't remember what it was here on the right. Land to let, 2 to 8 acres. And then there was Treats Ice Cream Factory as well up there. But yeah, I guess this is what happens on the edge of cities. Again, this was the boundary of the tank factory, just on our right here. And new houses on the left. Looked at the weather forecast before I came out. It's forecast torrential by about 3 o'clock. It's just about 12:30, 1ish now. It's just starting. I think the names of these streets in the World War I ammunition factory, there were 35 women got killed in an explosion, and the names of all the streets on this new estate are of women, and I'm guessing that they're the unfortunate ladies who died in the explosion. There is a monument to them in Manston Park, and I've videoed that on a previous occasion. I think this was the Treats Ice Cream Factory. But and this road was just a few houses and the little industrial estate, and bit by bit it's been expanded. So I'm not going far. Basically going to walk up to the first railway bridge I come to, cross over, then walk back down the other side. It was just knowing that that farm was boarded up and they're about to start the new houses on there anytime soon. I just thought I'd try and record around here before it changes. I wish I would have recorded it round here. When I first came to live, I lived in this area for a while, in the early 1980s, and it was so different. But again, still bits of the tank factory land empty there. There was a footpath down that side, but I couldn't get onto it. Yeah, for some reason the footpath is blocked. It's not just on land around here. It's not just old factories and fields that are changing, the railway's changing too. It's a sort of integral part of this area. Yeah, Amelia Stewart Lane, Ethel Jackson Road. It's been electrified, so there's a lot of work going on. On the right here is the old track bed of the Crossgates to Wetherby and then to Harrogate line. I've walked it at various places near Thorner, Bardsey. I'm going to try and do a video of the whole thing as far as Wetherby at some point. But yeah, this is where it would have started. Crossgates railway station is about half a mile that way. But yeah, because of the electrification of the railway, there's quite a few. This bit you can't walk on. This is the sort of top end of the ramp as it came out of the station. And unfortunately in places now that's been built on, so the track bed is still there in a lot of places. But I think the chances of reinstating a Leeds to Wetherby and then through to Harrogate line are dwindling fast. Yeah, so because of the electrification, I think they're having to dismantle some of the listed structures, i.e. the bridges. There's the one in Crossgates that I think they've already done, and then there's one that we're just going to visit now, and then one further out towards York. Is it the oldest iron railway bridge in use in the country? I'm not sure what they're doing to it, whether they're going to actually have to dismantle it. It might have already closed, this bridge. That's why I was in a rush to come and do this, because this bridge has been closed for about a year. Maybe too late. Might have to go the long way around. No through route. Access only. It's chaos. Chaos. Oh, that's a big truck, that's why. Don't look like they've closed the bridge yet. So yeah, this I've shown you this in other videos. This was the railway ramp here. And then at the other side it went down to Crossgates railway station. I think part of the trouble with the bridge is they're having to move the gas main. But yeah, we've been here before. This is all that's left of Barnbow. Sentry box here with its little lookouts, and again, yeah. And I've shown you this on a video previously, but why not while we're here? This is the bridge that's going, I think. If it's not going, it's been and I think that gas main might be a problem for electrification. There's conveniently been put a zebra crossing just for elderly YouTubers like me. The rain's getting a bit more persistent now. Crossgates railway station and this ramp here would have joined about there. So it's a bit residential now. I'll get back to you when we get a little bit further up. It's really interesting to see how the cities have grown though, because as you can see here, this was the very edge of the city. It was open countryside from here up to 25 years ago, and now it goes the whole of the way that we've just walked. What's that taking us? Half an hour. I think this is a cricket club here, that used to be Crossgates Cricket Club. Apologies. Can't see it, but the clubhouse is just there. And the Barnbow Tank Factory used to be over there where the houses are. And we came from down there. And then up here, the reason I'm going this way, a friend told me there used to be a country lane. Barnbow Lane used to run from just up here all the way to Gareth's. Beautiful countryside, and that's now under a shopping centre, office complex, houses, roads, but there's some footpaths that take you back to where I started from, and I've never walked down any of them, so I thought they might give me a different perspective. I'm also going to pass Austhorpe Hall, which I've only ever done in the car before. It's where the engineer John Smeaton lived, who built Eddystone Lighthouse, amongst other things. Blimey, it's humid though. And this hill is steeper than I remember. I looked it up on the internet. I think it must be in private ownership. So it was up for sale about 10 years ago. $16.94. So back then, everything on the right would have been fields, all the way over to Whitkirk Church. And then further on to Temple Newsham. So the footpath we're looking for is on the left, goes through what's left of the fields, but I thought it might be before these houses. Obviously not. That's nice, the crossing, it's all solar. Those diesel generators they used to have were awful, weren't they? There we go. And I guess this will all get built on eventually. There's also that primary school up there, and then Barnbow Lane used to run across. You'd go to the end there and it went across by those trees. Yeah, I wonder if this will ever be built on. I wondered how far we were to the railway. It's there. Oh, what an interesting area. I'll have to come back in the winter and explore it more. Some lovely trees. Got a right sweat on, guys. It's walking, raining, humid. New Thorpe Park shopping and office complex there, and these are all the houses on Barnbow. Never seen a tree quite like this. Huh. So there are still green corridors again. More projects for me. Walking from the city centre along the various green corridors. I guess this one would link in nicely with Temple Newsham. Would get you all the way to Garforth. It's actually a good one, that. From Cross Green, near where the Bridgefield used to be, down a road we call Red Road, up to Temple Newsham, through Temple Newsham, through Colton, into this, and on to Garforth, about 6 miles. There's the cricket club. I seem to have headed back to where I just came from. And Austhorpe Hall is there. You can't see it for the trees. Didn't bring a brolly, but well, the GoPro again, supposed to be waterproof, isn't it? But to improve the sound, you buy this wraparound device that goes on it, and then it's not waterproof anymore. So I'll be honest with you, I'm finding a lot about the GoPro that I don't like. But the one thing I do like more than anything is this handiness. You have it close into your body. People don't really even notice that they don't even notice that you're carrying a camera. So the old Barnbow Tank Factory would have been directly the other side of the tracks. I'm not sure if there was ever a railway into the factory. If you know, tell me. I only ever remember seeing tanks moving through Crossgates very slowly on massive low loaders. But I wonder if at the height of production they ever put them straight onto trains. They did with the munitions factory. It was remarkable, was the munitions factory. I think they started it in 1916 or something, and the whole site was up and running in like a matter of months. And the amount of ordnance they made there in a couple of years, it was phenomenal. And as I say, it had its own railway because it wasn't 24 hours, I don't think. Or was it 24 hours? But they didn't have any dormitories, that was it. And so the staff, mostly women, came in every day from all over Yorkshire by train. And it's ironic really that now, because of a shopping centre, they're building a railway station there again, and houses and absolutely no idea where I am. Well, I have, clearly. I saw some ponds on the map. Have these been dug out specifically because of the new development, I wonder? As a sort of drainage, aid to drainage. Blimey, you forget about the delights of walking in the mud. See how dry it's been though, can't you? It's quite a big pool, this. Yeah, and as I say, on the Barnbow site, the World War I site, there was it was mostly, you know, they did nothing to it, but silver birch took hold. They're now coming to the end of their life, but interestingly, there's all young oak coming through behind them. It's fabulous, though. It really is. And see, this looks like coal spoiled, doesn't it? And I don't know, but it's quite possible that there has been mining in this area. There's mining all across this part of Leeds. Not quite sure how to get out. Yeah, there's some housing on this side as well, isn't there? I think I've gone a bit wrong. The public footpath part is a bit higher up. I didn't fancy going down that little banking or climbing over a fence, really. So I'm just had a look at the map and headed back up the hill a bit. So once again, guys, this flipping GoPro has failed me. Just put a fresh battery in, but maybe it wasn't as fresh as I thought it was. So I'm going to kind of wind the video up here. I think I need to come back and spend a bit more time walking around here. It's quite pleasant, and this path I was going on, I think, takes me back towards Whitkirk, which isn't where I want to be because my car's parked a little way from there. So I'm going to head back down this way and hopefully get back to my car before I get too soaked. Always an adventure, isn't it? I'm really confused what that was. I'm going to have to check it out on the map and let you know. Absolutely amazed how many houses they've built on this side of the railway. From the road it just looks like a few. There's hundreds in there. I'm sure all that land all the way across to Whitkirk is going to go eventually, isn't it? I guess they won't be building a railway station, would they? unless they'd got projected figures for its use. Running into thousands a day. And that's the Thorpe Park up there, where the TK Maxx is. And I want to be just the other side of that road there. That's where my car's parked. I was going to spend a bit more time around here, but I'll do it another day. I think I might leave my car at Garforth though and get the train into Leeds and then walk back along the green corridor. This is actually quite nice, isn't it? I wonder if they're going to do this all the way along then. That's maybe what those other lakes that pools are for. Now that looks like... Did someone say that bridge there is going to be the bridge to the railway station? Let's go have a look. Can't get any wetter, can I? Hyper-connected location. Take the stress of commuting and travel to work by foot, bicycle, bus, car, or soon train. That's where we've been wandering for the last hour. That's the farm there we saw at the beginning, and the fields around it and across are all earmarked for building. I'm trying not to do too much filming on my phone because it's not waterproof, unlike the GoPro. That is, but at the first drop of rain stopped working. Yeah, it's completely wrong. Barrowby Lane came across the back of the shopping centre and then up here and across the land to Garforth. More land, fun stuff. And the railway runs there So I'm guessing the railway station's going to be here. And I think you can get through here to Barnbow Lane. Anyhow guys, I'm heading back now. Trains are going really slowly on this section. It must be because of the work. So we've just been. I'm not sure what that bridge is for. Let me know in the comments. Is it going to be something to do with the railway station? If you have enjoyed the video, do consider giving it a like, a thumbs up. Do consider subscribing, it's free. Leave me a comment about the area. What are your memories of this area? Yeah, going really slowly, the trains. I'd love to hear from you. That's basically where we've been, down there, across, background. You can actually see Leeds University from here on a clear day. I'm guessing it's just going slow one way then. It tells you about the explosion. 35 women. This is William Parking Bridge. Not sure how I get across this road though. Maybe at those pelican lights over there might be safest. I never was one for going the safest route, was I? So there's not much to see really, just an access track at both sides. Some sort of cameras there, show what they're for. And then a track there, and the building works there that I was told originally was going to be a battery factory. I think somebody was having me on. It looks like it's going to be. That looks like it's going to be the railway station down there. Anyhow, guys, thanks for watching. And I'll see you all on the next one.